Hey everyone, welcome into LJV Grand Openings episode 2.
Woo! Episode 2. What's up, everyone? I'm gonna
Hope
probably
everybody's doing well.
Episode 2. What's up, everyone?
Wow, nice.
I just jumped in so I could see. Severe's here. Michael is here. What's up, Michael? Domino's Pizza's here. Flat Clan is here. What is up, everybody? How's it going? We got some exciting unboxings. We have figures that we've been sitting on for a while, so we're pretty excited.
Wendy Billy Figs. I'll throw that up there. Britt finally getting her AEW Unmatched Series AEW.
Yeah, finally. We'll see. Hopefully. What's up, John? John's in the house, everybody.
Hey, John.
How's it going, buddy? Yeah, it'll be exciting to see Britt's figure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is about the Sheeta figure. I'm super, super excited for that.
Yeah, that Sheeta one's pretty cool.
I'm so glad that I pre-ordered 3. It's number 2 on Ringside's top 10 this week.
Really?
Yeah. So holla. Yeah, I think everyone expected the Brit to come. It's funny that every time they have announced, hey, AEW reveals coming tomorrow, the leaks come out like the day before, a couple days before. So, someone says they're proud of us. I appreciate that. Yeah, Miro's figure. I saw Miro's figure. It didn't look that great. Did you see images there, Tresh?
I didn't. I'm gonna look them up now while we're talking.
Yeah, I don't think I took a screenshot of the Miro figure. The image that I saw, dude, was the back of the box. You know what I mean? The Miro figure doesn't look that good, but that's what I said about our boy that you're excited about. So I don't think I have the best taste in figures. I think if you look at my men's figures, they're all like colorful and bright and weird. So
yeah.
Hey, Gold Beast. Hey, Phoenix.
I can't believe they didn't make a Sting figure, take that opportunity and run with it.
You know what? A lot of people are saying that. A lot of people were surprised.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were kind of talking and speculating as to what we're going to see tomorrow.
Oh, sure. So we'll give some people
a
couple minutes to pile in before we get started. But I believe I have 6 figures to open, and Marion, you have 7 as well.
I got some exciting ones. Let me put a couple out that might surprise people here. Ooh. I've had this thing for a while, and I'm just gonna get the beautiful people. I'm gonna get Velvet Sky and Angelina Love eventually. So I'm just gonna open this up because I've sat on it forever, and I'm not gonna do a solo review of the box because there's not much to it. So
nice.
I'm excited to open it up.
Very nice.
I hope there's a Reba figure. The Melina, yeah. I mean, that Melina I still haven't opened because one day I want to do a history of Melina figures because I really like, I'm a huge fan of Melina. I want to do her figure justice. I might just review that limited figure at some point this summer. I do have 3 of the Zelina Vega Elites, and I should be getting another one here soon.
Yeah. Well, so it's about, we got 2 minutes after. Do you want to kick us off, or do you want me to start with the first one?
You know what? Can I open Eva?
You do whatever you want, man. You're the mayor.
Eva's the assistant tonight, y'all.
You are the mayor.
So let's open up Eva in the black. I have all the Eva figures. Now, the one in the green I did not like. I don't know if it's... Oh, God. I don't know if it's the scan. Oh, geez, man. She had her fist stuck in there. Oh. This is live, everybody.
This is a...
This is live.
This is a family-friendly program. Keep it PG.
So I was gonna do, review of all 3 of Eva's figures because, like, the one in red is stunning, and this one's pretty cool. But now that she's back with the WWE, I hope we get another Eva figure. So I'm pretty excited. This black one looks awesome. I think the face scan, it's got a little smudge in the eyes. There's a scan there. It's not bad. It's not a bad scan. I think the red one, I know I'm like yelling in the mic. Let me move this back. I know
fine, man.
the red one is the preferred one, but this one looks great too. The green one is not my favorite, so I really like this one. So Eva is going to be my assistant here. She's going to be standing here all night.
Well, suppose I better clear my work surface and not knock things over that could shut the stream down early. We'll go ahead and just grab whatever's on top here, and we're going to start with one of Mayor Aaron's favorite wrestlers to date. And I apologize for any glare that's coming off of my screen, but we're going to start with a good old Sheamus.
Old Sheamus.
Old Sheamus. Yep. So Basic Series 116 Sheamus. You know, this is kind of a momentous occasion for me. This is the first Basic I've ever opened.
Yeah, so you're right.
I'm glad I could share it with everybody here.
And you have to give us your live impressions as to what you think of Basics, because like I was telling you, I know with the men's figures, there's not much to them usually, and there's always elite alternatives, but for the basic women's figures, I've really learned to appreciate them. You know what I mean? For the most part.
Oh, absolutely.
Phoenix, I would probably go with the black suit one because the one in red's the best, but that's a little more pricey to get, so...
So here we have Sheamus. Ooh.
Sheamus.
Wow, he's so bright. He's like washing out on the screen. Wow, that's crazy. You know what? Honestly, for what it is, I like it. Mm-hmm. You know, I might turn the way with basics. I might buy more of them. But the next basic I open, I'll make a comment about kind of what I think is kind of crappy for these, but
hey, the next basic you open, I want you to do that before your elites and before my first elite, because
that's next.
We can go back to back with it. You know what
absolutely.
I mean? But I still have a couple basics to go.
Yeah, Alex says Sheamus looks like Billy Idol. I 100% agree.
Sheamus got that flow.
Yeah, he's got a 20 pack. I can't see it. He's so bright.
Yeah, he's got
so bright.
He is super bright.
Anyways, Sheamus, Basic 116.
Now, there is an Elite in Series 84 that I imagine if you see that, you will pick that up.
Is it a Sheamus Elite?
Yeah.
Oh,
it comes
yeah,
with
absolutely.
a t-shirt and a necklace. It's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, I think it's
late 84.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
All right, here we go. Now we have Impact Wrestling, Madison Rain. I'll be honest with you, I am not a huge fan of this figure. I think it's way too tall to be Madison Rain, and it doesn't look like her, but a lot of people seem to like this. So,
man, that thing like just fell apart. You touched that box and it fell apart.
Hey, just wait. Just wait till I have a Ruthless Aggression woman's figure to open.
Yeah.
There's no opening involved. I already opened it. But... Hey, okay, all right. We're going to check this thing out. So this is Madison Rain from Series 6 of the Deluxe Impact. So if you watch my channel, you know that I reviewed Miss Tessmacher back there, one of my favorite wrestling figures of all time, one of my top 10. So Madison Rain here, I think it's really awesome that they gave her gloves. She has a little tattoo on her wrist, which is a nice little inclusion. They really did a good job as far as detail goes on her attire. It has Rain down her left leg, and then she has her signature little bell-bottom type pants with a little silver design on both sides. And the top is just a plain pink. But like I said, I think this, well, you know what? I'm torn on the face because it's funny because I thought it was not a good scan, but holding it up to the camera here, it actually kind of looks like her. It's not bad. I like the little heart tattoo on her stomach there. But she is missing a belly button, I noticed. They painted one on to Miss Tessmacher, but she got the Kyle XY action.
Oh,
ABC Family original, and that bothers me. So, like I said, I hope to get Velvet Sky and Angelina Love and pink attires, and I can do just a beautiful people faction review. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Not bad. Yeah. These TNA Impact women's figures, if they weren't so freaking expensive, I would have had them all by now because I'm impressed by them. They're pretty cool.
Sweet.
Let's put her over here.
All right. Well, so leading off the basic train, I'll move into my next basic, which I found at a local. I'll say it's a Mark's. That's like a kind of a store up here in Ohio that they buy like overstock stuff, and he was I think like $8.99 there, which is $1 off, whatever. But I did get myself I can never figure that out, a Drew McIntyre
Nice.
WrestleMania basic. So
Hey, I
there.
kind of want to do my elite next, and then we can hold them up and compare them.
Okay, that's fine, man. Yeah, here I'm gonna pull myself up here.
But do you?
and
Yeah, pull yourself up. I'm gonna get mine ready here.
As I open this, we can talk about it, and I'll make a comment between this one and the Sheamus one as well.
Oops.
All right, so here is the WrestleMania Basics Drew McIntyre. See if I can get him to focus here. All in all, a good figure. Actually, I really like the detail on the back of the trunks there. I know it's kind of fuzzy. Nobody can really see it. I don't think getting closer is going to help that. But the detail on that's pretty nice. I wasn't expecting it. But the thing I wanted to point out is if you look at both Sheamus and Drew, as far as how they're built. Again, Sheamus looks like he's Snow White right here, but they're basically the same mold, exactly the same mold, just a different skin color for both of them. Drew obviously being a little bit more tan, and Sheamus being a little bit more white there. But I thought that was interesting that those are the two basics I picked up, and they were basically the same. So basically,
yeah, basically,
yep,
that's true.
So, yeah, that's WrestleMania Basic.
All right, so I'm going to jump to my Drew McIntyre Elite because I want us to hold them up and do a comparison after I open it up.
All right.
So this is my Drew McIntyre Elite 83. Now, I'll be honest, this thing's flooding the pegs. I got it when I first saw it I got it when I first saw it simply for this video, honestly, because, I wanted to pick up some things to unbox, and I've been hating on Drew for so long, and he deserves all the success that he's getting. So this is a beefy figure. His eyes, he's got a weird scan. I can't wait to compare scans. All right, so here's Drew here. He's got this long molded trench coat. He comes with hands that are like kind of grasping. They're kind of cool. And then looking up close here, we got that smiling expression, his eye scan. Most of them look like that because I was like, did I get a bad scan? Because I'm really anal about that. But this trench coat has a lot of molded straps on it. He's got a hairy chest, a little painted hair on there.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty neat, actually. And it sounds crazy, but I don't know. Sometimes I like my male wrestlers that I display are either really bright, colorful attire or just simple attire, because sometimes I like that better. Mm-hmm. So I might even not display him with his jacket on, just display him in his trunks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at what I will say, obviously the biggest difference between the two is the lack of chest hair on mine, which I didn't realize until yours. They painted it onto yours.
Let's have them look at each other while we talk here.
Like that. You wanted him to look at him? I thought you were going to turn it the other way.
Oh, hey, I'm better than you. I'm high on the food chain. Look at my
I'm a
chest.
basic. I can't do an accent.
Basic. Hey.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously yours is better, which as it should be. But like I said, would it have costed them much extra just to do a little bit of chest hair on the basic? Probably not.
That's a
right?
good question. Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with you on that. Now, here's my little storage technique. We go in the bag. We get these hands that are grabbing there in the bag. And we have Drew McIntyre signed, sealed, and delivered. Okay. Very nice. This is cool. I mean, this is everywhere. So if you're a men's figure collector, I wanted to support Drew because he does a heck of a job. And as much as I get annoyed with Drew McIntyre getting pushed so much, he deserves it. You know what I mean? So I wanted a Drew in my collection. So this will be the Drew that I display. I won't get any more Drews. So there's Drew.
All right. So I think to start off my elites, I should go with probably the one that's been haunting me the most as I go around. So we're going to start off with, do you have a guess on what I'm gonna pick?
Ted DiBiase?
No, we did him last time.
Oh, John Cena?
No.
Oh, Weasel Suit Bobby Heenan.
The Bobby Heenan. This thing it's been haunting the pegs around, so I finally picked one up to go into the Legends line. So let me get out the trusty large knife here and cut into it.
Soul Profit, these bags, I have the box. Hold on 1 second. I have the little sandwich bag box somewhere. All right, so these are snack-sized bags, and they're perfect. They are portion control snack-sized bags, and the dimensions are 3.5 by 5 7/8.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Oh, you're good.
get out the hands here. Oh my! All right, they're gonna stay in there for now. Here, everybody. I know everybody was looking forward to seeing it. Is Weasel Suit Bobby Heenan?
There he is, everybody. Now,
I did not expect the tail to be that long.
Oh yeah, it's. Don't put the suit on him backwards. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, so I do have to see because you were telling me what he was basically wearing under this. And
let me tell you something. It is extremely hard to take that thing off without ruining it. Just so you know, I don't know.
I'm just gonna leave it on, but he's wearing, for everybody who doesn't know, he's wearing an Andre the Giant type singlet. The one thing that Mary Aaron pointed out is the knees on this Bobby Heenan it was a I think it was a different mold, and it makes his knees look like they're very wrinkly, and he's got something wrong with them. So, hey, it is what it is. It's what I thought it was, and probably why I never bought it. So,
yeah, exactly.
But here it is, Weasel Suit Bobby Heenan for everybody's viewing pleasure.
There he is. All right, for me, I got an old Ruthless Aggression figure. Now, the story about this Jillian here is the flea market that I go to. This Jillian was there for the longest time, and this is before my channel. And as you can see, I already opened it because my daughter wanted the silver chair she came with, but it looks like a really actually good Jax Woman's figure. So let's open it up. Ooh, hey, look how easy that was. Weird. And I might do a review of it down the road. Let's take a look at the back of the box actually before we look at the figure, because we got some women here. We have Layla. We have Kelly at the top there. And then we have Jillian. It's funny because the Jillian scan on the back of the box, the prototype, it looks perfect. And somehow, some way, the scan got really cartooned up. And, every scan looks a lot better on this computer camera than when I'm looking at it. But it's actually a pretty darn cool Ruthless Aggression Woman's figure. It comes with little elbow pads that are sliding and removable, and she's got like a denim type attire. Like, this is a pretty cool woman's Jax figure, and that takes a lot for me to say that. We're going to put her right in the front here. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I'm impressed, Jillian. And she'll go on my little shelf. Okay.
Yeah, that's not a bad figure. I like
Not
that.
bad. Not bad.
All right. So let's see here. What should I go with next?
I have more figures than I thought. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 left.
You have 4 left? Okay, that's fine, because then, yeah, you could just do 2 at the end. I think the next one, since I'm with Legend Series 7, I think I'll go with the most recent find that I had, the Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon Series 7.
Ramon.
So I keep forgetting to enlarge myself while I'm doing this. That sounded bad. Let's, again, family-friendly show here. Family-friendly show.
Oh, no.
I will enlarge my camera when I'm done opening this. How about that?
There you go. Yeah. All right, so let's see what we got over in the comments here. Carter, I have not gotten to check that out yet. I will. I've been working. So yeah, someone mentioned Severe. You mentioned you're getting your Bailey Monday. I won't be getting it until Tuesday. So that sucks. The situation is I paid for overnight shipping, And even though some people were having it shipped out yesterday, they waited to ship mine until today, and I won't get it Tuesday because Monday's a holiday. So what really sucks is, I won't have my review out first and foremost. You know what I mean? It kind of sucks. So I'm disappointed. Ringside does that sometimes, where they really screw the pooch and they don't ship mine out until later, even though I pay for overnight. And because of holiday, I'm not getting it till Tuesday. So it's kind of like 5-day shipping. So I don't know what the frick the point is.
Yeah. All right. So I got the Razor Ramon out of the package. And again, sorry, my camera doesn't want to focus up close. It's more of a far away camera. But hey, it's pretty cool. Again, one of those things that you don't really expect to see on the back. The back of it says bad guy on it, obviously, with his little razors. And I got to be honest, as a kid growing up, I never knew those were actually razors on his trunks and stuff. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, when I was a real little kid, I
knew that.
No. I thought they were like movie
like
like
blockbuster logos.
Yeah.
I'm
with you. I'm with you.
Anyhow, but he comes with a soft, well, not gonna say soft goods, a rubbery chain there to put on the head or over the head, and he's got fake chest hair here, so it's always good. Yeah, I like it. The face reminds me of something, and I gotta be honest, it's not Razor Ramon. I just don't know what the face reminds me of.
I don't
can't
know.
get him close enough. I don't know if it's the dad from Rugrats, Stu Pickles, like just because he's all like, I don't know what it is, man.
Stu Pickles.
I don't know.
Hey, Rugrats is coming back.
I heard. So yeah, that's Razor Ramon. And he comes with another set of hands where his hands are like this, but it takes me a little bit of time to actually get it out of the package.
We got some, Whoa!
Wow, this is getting bad.
So I have this Brie Bella that I'm pretty sure one of my cats threw up on, so I'm not going to show the package. It's a basic. This was released in 2 series. This is Series 70 Brie Bella, and I had plans on doing a Brie Bella history video, but I already did Nikki. So maybe down the road I'll do a Brie, but it'll probably be during the school year when I'm busy because it'll be a pretty easy one to do. Now this is cool. So this is just, awesome scan as we saw on her Elite, which is probably the most underrated woman's Elite that I have is that Brie Bella. She's got like this pretty cool little red and silver dragon type design on her top. And then her kick pads have that too with a little silver lining. I mean, this is a woman's basic, but it does have that Elite articulation, and it's a gorgeous looking figure. I mean, it does Brie jealous, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Or it does her justice. It doesn't do her jealous.
It makes her jealous.
Yes. So this is a cool Brie. I've had it in my collection for a while. I think I need the other basic that came out that is identical to this for the history video, but I don't know if I'm going to do the history video of Brie because it's kind of boring because I already did Nikki. So basically, I wanted to open it up. And Corey, once we're done with all the unboxings, we'll do the Q&A and show and tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I have a collection behind me. Mary Aaron's got a large collection of figures. If there's anything in our collections you guys want to see once we're done with these openings, we can definitely do that. So, all right. So next on my list is either, I'll save the best one for last. We'll go with my least favorite of the Series 10 legends that are currently available in stores, the John Cena. So. Yeah. So I will go ahead and open this. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So yeah, Soul Prophet. I think it is cat puke. I don't know. I'm disappointed. And yeah, the basics honestly are, they vary. Some of them are good. And Alec, yeah, that Elite Brie Bella, in my opinion, I mean, it before I started my channel, it was one of the first women's elites I got. It was one of my first reviews, actually. And the thing is with that figure is it was at this Walmart by me for so long. For so long it was by me. And I picked it up, and it's really awesome.
The McMahon puppet just went flying out and landed on the floor. It almost hit me in the face.
The boss. I have that somewhere.
Yeah, so here's the McMahon puppet, or the boss, however you want it. Yeah, because it's from Firefly Funhouse. The only difference between this one and the one from Firefly Funhouse, which I have back there, is this one has the WWE logo on the lapel of the jacket.
Yeah.
So. Oh yeah, big words. So just because I don't want to fight to get them out right now, but John Cena comes with a different head here with hair, 2 sets of hands, which I lament, and the microphone that managed to just stay up in the mold as I pulled it out.
Oh, that's funny.
The one thing I've always noticed with these microphones, and the same thing with that Milkamania set that I have in the back, the microphone is curved. It's never straight. It's always curved at the end.
Really?
I
think mine are all straight.
Oh yeah, I'll hold it up. I don't, again, with this camera, I don't know if anybody's gonna be able to tell. I'll hold it. It's kind of just curved around the edge.
Oh yeah.
Definitely not straight. See that?
Oh yeah, no, I think all mine are straight.
Well, maybe I just have bad luck because the Milkamania ones aren't like that. But anyhow, let's see if I can. There we go. Okay, so here we have John Cena. It's kind of what I thought it was going to be. It's just a figure of John Cena, right? It's got there's no crazy designs on it. The orange and blue.
I like it. I like it, but for me, I was collecting wrestling figures when Ruthless Aggression was out. That first line, I'll never forget seeing it at Toys R Us. And I got Brock Lesnar. Who else did I get from Series 1? I can't remember, but I remember the John Cena was there. And he's wearing attire like that, but I believe it was purple and yellow.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, like, man, I wish I would have got it back then because I really like the Ruthless Aggression figures, to be honest. So I kind of like having that. I know it's a throwback. It's supposed to simulate the WrestleMania from last year in the Firefly Funhouse segment. But either way, I like it because it kind of represents like early in his career.
Yep. Okay.
I like it.
Go
All
ahead,
right.
man.
So my last basic is Tucky Boy. So Tucker, I have to say, is one of those performers. I got to see Heavy Machinery live, and I was blown away by the athleticism of him and Otis, and especially Tucker, honestly. I mean, when I left that night at Monday Night Raw, I remember saying, like, I'll be honest, Tucker is probably my favorite big man in wrestling, and I stand by that. So this is a very hefty basic, and it's pretty cool. So
he chonky.
He's got this smiling skin. He's got this cool little hair ponytail down the back with tattoo detail on the front and the back. The body style works. He's got trunks this time around instead of a singlet like in his Elite. And on the back it says Working Man Tucky. He's got a calf tattoo in his boots. So I like this, but my only thing, okay, never mind. I was going to say my only thing is he might be hard to stand because he doesn't have a whole lot of articulation, but to be honest, I have very select figures on my men's figure shelf. You know, it's my favorite ones, my favorite wrestlers, representation of them. And he's going on there because I was a huge fan of Tucker when he was released. I was a little bummed out, you know, more than any men release that we've had as of recent, because I thought he had so much potential and the sky was the limit for him. And they just didn't really have him go anywhere. So I am definitely a huge fan of Tucker, and I like this because it kind of simulates a little bit of when he was doing single stuff and kind of broke up with Otis. So I really like this basic, honestly.
Very cool. Very cool. I can't believe Mary Aaron's not laughing. When I enlarge his video, I'm sure he can see me down on the bottom just fighting with these packages to try and get these hands out and everything. And I just dropped one of John Cena's hands and it rolled about 5 feet in front of me. And I'm a little upset now. So anyhow.
All right.
The last and grand finale figure that I have for this evening is one that Mary Aaron thought was going to be very hard to find. And, you know, it doesn't happen often, but Mary Aaron was wrong with that.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
The Vader.
I wasn't just
Big
wrong on it. I have seen that so many times. I have probably seen, and I don't come across a lot of rare figures, y'all, because in my area, it's Scalper City. And I've probably come across that Vader 12 times, like 12 Vaders on the pegs.
I can tell you right now, I'm going to really like it because he's a chunky figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I got a few of them, did a couple giveaways. I returned one, actually. So, to be honest with you, I haven't opened it because I just don't have any place for it in my collection. I was never really big into Vader or anything, so. It's a cool-looking figure, though, so I'm excited to see.
Oh, man. Yeah, He is chunky. Wow. Oh no. Mine is ridiculously loose.
Oh, I wonder if that's how they all are.
He's just wobbling around. Oh no. I'm gonna have to return him. Anyways, so that's Vader without his other stuff. He comes with the red head wrap that he wore. We'll throw that on there. I don't know
Head wrap.
Head wrap, is that what it is? Oh, it goes on
Mask.
the other one. That's right.
Mask.
Is that a mask? It looks like a head wrap. It looks like a look.
Vader's mask,
I'm sorry. I wear a mask. This is not a mask. It doesn't hide anything. I'll call it a head wrap. You call it a mask. Potato, right?
Yeah.
Anyhow, but he comes with the other head here to go with the red head wrap mask, whatever you want to call it, and another set of hands. But the main attraction is the entrance attire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looks awesome with that on. Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that is cool.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
Wow.
Big chunky figure.
Big chunky boy. Yeah, that was one that I call it the Big Vandemic, or we call it that, but in all actuality, I am happy that it was so easy to get, because that, for a lot of people, that's like figure of the year. You know what I mean? To me, in my channel, no. Liv Morgan / Zelina Vega / who knows who's going to come out. But, as far as men's figures go, you can't really argue how great that is. I mean, it comes with, too, it's almost like ultimate level. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's almost like ultimate level. So I have 2 elites left. But yeah, I really like that Vader. It's just not for me. So want me to get on to my elites here?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So I got Edge and King Corbin. I'm really excited for King Corbin, and I'll explain why, but let's do Edge first because I love me some Edge. Big fan of Edge. So let's see looks like we're running out of space here. Okay. All right, so this is not the Chase Edge. I will say that. So we have his t-shirt here. Pretty cool. And my Edge does come with... Uh-oh. I got to cut this little wire in the back. Maybe. Come on! Jeez, I should have used a knife. You know what I mean? So, my Edge does come with the rock and roll hands, not the 2 sweet hands. I think the 2 sweet hands are probably the more rare Edge hands. But yeah, he's got the rock and roll hands. He's in gray and red, I believe. It's kind of hard for me to see that color tone. But I think this is a really cool figure. I love that it's grizzled Edge. It's the Edge that came back. I think that scan is magnificent. I have a couple Edges, and I thought about one day doing an Edge collection. But honestly, this will be the Edge that I do display on my men's shelf. So him and Tucker are definitely going in. I got to make room for him on that shelf. But I like this Edge. Now let's put on his t-shirt here. Because why not? Okay. Yeah, Soul Prophet. Don't cut the wrong wire. You got a point there, buddy. Like trying to defuse a bomb. All right.
I'm really having a hard time getting this mask on Vader.
Oh, well, which head are you putting it on?
The one without the mask, right?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a good point, Stevia. He is missing his chest hair. Good call, man. All right, so I did see the Ultimate Edge last week. It was gone pretty quick. But I did not pick up the Ultimate Edge because it's very similar to this. And I just can't get over that alternate head where he's like screaming like mid-spear. It creeps me out and gives me nightmares. I'm all about passing up on that scan. So this is, to me, the Edge that I wanted. So let me try to get this shirt on. Holy guacamole, man. Okay, let's get his hair. Get your hair flipped up, and here we go. We got Edge. He looks awesome. Yeah, this Edge looks sweet. I'd be tempted, if I came across the Chase, I probably wouldn't get it, but I'd be tempted just because I do like Edge. I am a fan of Edge. Have been for a while. So there is, Edgy boy. Edgy boy.
Edgy boy. I do like that. That is pretty sweet.
All right. So then my last, his hands. Okay, so we got hands. So we're going to take a moment and we are going to do my proper storage technique. That's what everyone came to watch, right? All right. So, funny story with the men's figures is I thought, screw it. I'm just going to put all the men's figures in one big bag, right? I thought that was a good idea. And then what happened was I decided I think I'm going to trade in some of my men's figures, and now I won't have their extra accessories. So I didn't think my strategy too well. So yeah, there was that.
Marin, there's a question Stevia has for you. I'll throw it up on the screen.
You know what, Stevia? The Treasure and I have talked about it on LumberJillcast. Make sure y'all check out LumberJillcast wherever you listen to podcasts. And we miss seeing AJ Styles on the pegs. I know that's blasphemy to say, but we do. We do miss AJ Styles.
It's actually very sad to say. I know we were complaining a lot about it back in the day, but not now.
So, yeah, I'd be cool with an AJ eventually, because I am a big fan of AJ, and I collect one, like a men's figure of my favorite men from my men's shelf. So, all right. Now we're on to King Corbin, okay?
Ooh.
Now, the thing about King Corbin is, you know, I always talk about that Monday Night Raw that I went to before the pandemic, and it happened to be the Monday Night Raw where he won the King of the Ring tournament. And that to me was just cool because the first pay-per-view I remember watching was King of the Ring 94 when Owen Hart won. So I've always had a special bond with King of the Ring, and I just happened to be there at Monday Night Raw in Tennessee when King Corbin won and became the king. He was crowned like the next, you know, show or whatever. But either way, I was there when he beat Chad Gable, Shorty G, and won. So here's his little robe here. Actually, big, chonky robe.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then let's get him out. He's got a couple extra hands.
How do you feel that that's not a soft goods and instead it's molded? Do you like that better?
We'll see how it looks on him. I usually do like the molded stuff fine. Like I know a lot of people call it the Polly Pocket style, and it makes sense for like the t-shirts and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I actually am okay with it on larger jackets and whatnot. Like obviously I'd be ticked if they made a Charlotte with that. You know, she needs a fabric robe, but I think it's pretty cool. So here's King Corbin. He comes with his little scepter. I mean, finally we got a bald King Corbin. I know that was the funny running joke is all his figures had hair even long after he was bald. So this looks just like him. The scepter is freaking awesome. It's a little crooked there, but I probably did that. He's got end of days on his leg. And then on the other side, a little King Corbin logo, which is not printed on straight. That bothers me. That's okay. And he's got pretty cool tattoo detail. So let's put on his robe and crown him king. Okay. Yeah, no, I like King Corbin, actually. Not a lot of people like Baron Corbin, but I do. I do. And I think a big part of it is because I was there when he won King of the Ring, and I have a soft spot for King of the Ring. But I'm a big fan of King Corbin, actually. I know he gets a lot of heat. Not good heat either. Okay, so this robe has a little clasp, but it goes across the front. So I'm trying to figure this out. And I might have to do it later.
Yeah.
So, okay, that sets in there okay. And then let's crown him King of the Corbins here. Let's see, does this crown fit on his big old head? It does. So here is, yeah, this, to be honest with you, like opening it up and everything, here's Luke. This might be my favorite men's elite. I know I've said that before about a couple, but I think this takes the cake, man. Oh, Luke. He just, did you hear that boom? He just tried jumping up and hit his head.
It looked like an earthquake.
Golly, that was Luke. So he's trying to get up here. So yeah, this Corbin might be my favorite male elite figure that I've ever got. Mm-hmm. So we're going to put him right here. Okay, he's going to fall. So hopefully he doesn't have that standing issue, but a lot of times with the men, you can just adjust their legs around and they can stand fine. The women, however, like, oh man, that Liv Morgan has like extremely loose legs.
Corbin looks like he's about ready to get onto a horse. Like that's kind of how his legs look right now. He's about to do the MC Hammer dance across the table.
Hey, Luke, are you knocked out? Are you okay? Jeez Louise, man. Animal cruelty. So, yeah, I really like this King Corbin. That is my favorite men's figure that I have in my collection, honestly.
Absolutely. I did get Vader's mask on, so I'll show everybody.
Yeah, let's see that face.
So it looks all right. Again, I'm sorry, my camera, it's a webcam, so it doesn't go up close. I don't know. It looks kind of big on him. Like it looks weird. I mean, it's definitely Vader, but again, I'm a stickler when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I don't know. It doesn't really look like him to me, but
what?
Anyhow, I don't think it does. I think it looks odd with the big mask on it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the expression on his face. I don't know. Anyway.
So Stevia, you are right. And that's the biggest thing when I've done figure reviews. It's like when it looks like a shrunken down mini version of that wrestler, like Kairi Sane and Io Shirai are two elites that 100% look like shrunken down versions of them. It's crazy. It is super crazy. And this Corbin kind of goes in that realm. I really like this Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
He be going front and center on my men's shelf for show. I got to make room for him.
So I think that's it for all of our figures. You know, obviously we're not going to jump off right this second, but
no, we're going to do a little Q&A.
Q&A, chatting with you guys, and you know, if there's anything you want us to grab from our collections to see for any new listeners, I have most of the first series of the first series of the Hasbros. I have other Hasbros. I have a lot of Toy Biz figures. So
I might ask you to grab some.
Yeah.
So, Corey, I think what you're asking is, yeah, man, this is fun for us. It's fun to unbox. You know, I think I'm doing some trades tomorrow, so I'll probably have some for the next episode tomorrow. And Elite 84 and 85 should be coming out the summer. And, you know, as we collect figures, we will be doing an unboxing. And, yeah, we really like doing this because we can talk to you guys. Like now we have tons of time to talk. Our attention is focused on y'all. And, yeah, it's kind of something fun we like to do. So, yeah. I just got an offer on a Sable yo-yo on eBay because I'm doing the history of Sable figures, and I kind of want to do like the off-the-wall Sable things to start it. And there's a Sable yo-yo.
And I'm sure you're going to be paying way too much for that Sable yo-yo.
$7.50.
That's about $7 more than I'd want to spend on that.
I mean, that's a good point, dude. That's a good point. Oh man, how tall is Mae Young compared to Nia Jax Elite? Okay, let me make some room here. Now, remember, it isn't that easy for me to get all the elites off the shelf and whatnot, because if y'all ever play dominoes, you kind of know how that goes, right? So I
have to ask, while you're getting Mae Young and Nia Jax, Alec, do you really have a wristband channel? If so, what kind of wristbands do you show off?
Okay. All right, hold on.
Here's hoping everything crashes down on Mary Heron. This would be great programming. Oh, nothing fell. Nice.
And probably the most random request that we're ever going to get on this channel. Here is a side-by-side of Mae Young and Nia Jax. I'm not going to ask what you do in your free time, but here's Nia Jax and there's Mae Young. Mae Young's just a little old lady. Okay. So obviously this Elite Nia Jax is one of the best women's figures ever produced. And Mae Young, Granny May. Did you see that? I just bumped. Here we go. There's the comparison. So Mae Young, just itty bitty lady. Just an itty bitty lady.
That is cool that they did there's good scaling there, you know?
I mean, that's honestly the scaling. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore because it's so off. It's so off. Even the new, I don't know if the picture is how it's going to be, but that new Bailey looks tiny, tiny, tiny Bailey, like the same size as Alina. Alina's like 5 foot. So, yeah, the scaling, it works in this, but sometimes you hold them up like, what the heck? You know, hold on. I got to put these back.
Sure. Sure. Here's hoping he knocks down his whole collection again. Everybody, we can hold our breath. What else you guys got? Anything else? Anything from Aaron to grab? Anything at all?
All right. Basic 80 Sasha Banks. Okay. It's the one in the back, of course.
Yeah.
All right. So basic 80 Sasha Banks. I believe it's this one in the orange and the blue. She's got that pretty good face scan. You know, it really doesn't look like her, actually. But it's not horrible. You know, she's had some really dud face scans.
Mm-hmm.
But this is basic 80 Sasha. I like the orange and blue. It goes with Cena well. John Cena and her could be tag partners. That's kind of cool.
It does go well with
John
Cena.
Yeah. I just thought about that. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So real quick, I don't know if you see what Alec said. He shows off. I asked Alec about his wristband channel. He says he has over 1,000 rubber wristbands. That's awesome.
Yeah, nice.
Glad you. It's always nice to see anybody who collects anything kind of, I wouldn't say odd, but niche like that. That's really cool. Keep doing your thing, man.
I have a wristband channel or a wristband. Let me say something, Alec. I want to tell you a little story about wristbands and me. So back when I was in high school, I was with one of my soccer teammates and we went to Foot Locker and we got these yellow rubber wristbands that we thought were cool. And they were Livestrong bands. And this was way before they got popular.
Those were the first bands. Like those were,
they were like,
that's what started the whole thing.
And I'll never forget the packaging. Like we both thought they were so cool and we wore them and we didn't make them popular by any means, but we got them before they got popular because they started, you know, this is probably the early days of scalping. They ended up being on eBay for like tons of money. And I'll never forget. I also learned the dark side of eBay because I ordered a baby blue one and it showed up and it was totally like someone made it in their basement. You know what I mean? It like fell apart, like disintegrated over time. And it was like, oh, I thought you can only get legit stuff off eBay. You know, I kind of learned my lesson that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Livestrong, can you show basic 88 Sasha Banks? Okay. Let me see which one that is. I think I know. I think it's the one in the t-shirt. Yeah.
Okay. So Stevia asks, what are some of the elites you guys wish Mattel would release soon? I'll tell you what I wish they'd release soon. That DDP Legend Series 10 that isn't on shelves and not available anywhere else.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm a little salty about that.
I know. And okay, so elites you guys wish Mattel. So Stevia, that's a good question. And to answer that question directly, I would say Elite 87. I don't know what's going on with Mattel in the distribution right now, but there's not many times that Ringside Collectibles gets an Elite line in and the next one isn't up to pre-order. And that's where we're at right now. You know, I got Carmella over 2 weeks ago and Elite 87 isn't even up to pre-order. So that makes me nervous because obviously the quicker they come in, the quicker I can order them, the quicker they can come. You know, I can put the reviews out, but when they're spaced out like 6 weeks apart, 2 months apart, that sucks. And that's kind of the pattern the last few elites have gone, honestly, if you think about it. Like all the way back, Elite 83 Sasha Banks was Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. And we've only had 3 elites since then. I mean, that's kind of like, oh, that scares me because there was a time early in my channel, like the early 80s, and I got Elite 80 and Elite 81 within like a week apart. And I hope that happens again because that helps my channel grow, helps it flourish, and it gives me material. But man, Elite 87 isn't even up to pre-order. So Stevia, the ones that we care about, me and you, homie, we got Candice LeRae and Asuka. I don't remember who else is in that, Treж.
I'm looking.
The Treasure will look it up, but the Candice LeRae and Asuka, the Asuka looks great. And the Candice LeRae, obviously, it to me, it needs some improvement. The shorts are too long on the bottoms, and I don't like how it's just plain purple, not fluorescent, because her attire is very radiant and glimmery and stuff, and that bothers me. So yeah, I don't understand why Elite 87 isn't even up for pre-order. It makes me nervous. So I don't know if it's because there's been so many AEW lines and exclusives and pre-orders and like WWE's kind of put on the back burner because AEW ones have been like selling out. But for some reason, yeah, I don't understand why we don't have Elite 87.
So,
And yeah,
according to this is all rumored at this point. Candice LeRae, Asuka and Otis, potentially. NXT Cruiserweight Santos Escobar,
oh yeah, that's actually a cool one.
Braun Strowman, and Apollo Crews. They're all expected to be in this next Elite
There's
wave.
the Strowman I was thinking of, Trev.
What's that?
That's the Strowman I knew there was an Elite somewhere around now.
Yeah.
How about, do you have 88 pulled up?
Yeah, it's right here. These
That's
again
Trish,
are just rumors. So it says we could finally see Kushida.
Oh, finally that Kushida. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it says also rumored in Elite 88 are Roman Reigns, Rey Mysterio, MVP, Trish Stratus, and Matt Riddle. That would be sweet.
And I think Trish would be the chase from what I heard.
That's cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, Stevia Basic Series 122. There's some reason for it being a smaller set, and I don't remember the exact reason. Someone was supposed to be in it and got pulled. Someone in the comments probably knows, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But I am not sure. But yeah, they need to make another Tamina figure. But yeah, I'm like worried because it's like, what's going on with Elite 87? Like, what the heck's going on? All right, Phoenix said, could you show Ruby Riott? Yeah, I can show the basic. Let me show this Sasha real quick before I forget. Here is the basic 88 Sasha. I have no idea. I think it's like a green or a gold bottoms with red. It's hard for me to tell.
It looks like an olive green with red.
Okay. And then she's got like a shirt. And then that face, it's okay. Nothing special. All right, let me grab. Yeah, Stevia, I agree with you, except honestly, I have a feeling the Chelsea figure, the scan is going to look wonky because I don't know, and this, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't know how toyetic she is, if that makes sense. All right, hold on. Wait, who am I getting?
Ruby Riott.
Riott.
And then somebody else also asked about Bianca Belair.
Okay. Hold on.
And another Sasha request. Oh, he took off his headphones. Feeling a little left out. Does anybody want to see anything for my collection?
Okay. Oh. All right. So in my opinion, if you don't have the Ruby Riott, we're going to take a break from showing all the Sashas, Corey. Okay. If you don't have the Ruby Riott Elite, this basic is pretty awesome. It was actually one of my first figures. At one point, I had so little figures way before my channel. I had them displayed in my little windowsill in my bedroom. And I literally got this. I had a Sarah Logan pretty early on, but the tattoo detail, the face is pretty good. I like the hairstyle. Yeah, this basic's gorgeous basic. It's one of the best basics that Mattel's ever made, especially when it comes to the women. So let's put her there because this Ruby Riott, it's cool. The more I look at it, the more I like it too, honestly. And then Bianca, I have one that has her jacket and sunglasses on. Here's my daughter's Bianca. I have her in her clapping motion because I'm going to do some fig photography. So insight of what my next pick's going to be. But yeah, the Bianca is pretty awesome. And she has ultimate toe articulation, which is unique, but they reused Charlotte's boots, I believe. So this is one of those few times that a woman's elite actually has that articulation. Now, this is something that's pretty cool. A lot of people don't realize is she got Bianca Belair EST in silver on the back of her hair. And also her ponytail has it written there. So.
Stevia, unfortunately, I do not own any AJ Styles figures. I wish I did. I don't.
Stevia is AJ Styles' #1 fan. My boy Stevia is one of the first subscribers, first fans of the channel. And I remember talking with him, and yeah, AJ's his dude. So, Stevia, how many AJs do you have, brother? Because I know we've made comments about like, oh, AJ floods the pegs, but we miss him. And honestly, the thing with AJ, that I didn't realize until I've been seeing Drew's everywhere and I've been seeing Roman Reigns everywhere. Like at least AJ had some colorful attires. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
At least AJ had some colorful attires, whereas all the Drews and Romans, oh my God.
They're just in their chundies, basically.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I asked everybody if they wanted me to get anything because I was feeling left out. Nobody said anything other than Stevia, but
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
have you
what
grab
Stevia wanted.
something.
What do you want me to grab?
Okay. I want you to grab Milkomania Stephanie.
Milkomania Stephanie. Yep. One moment.
Yep. All right. So let's see here. Phoenix, you need to get a Charlotte figure. I mean, the Ultimate is the way to go. I don't know how much the Ultimate is. You might be able to get it on Ringside for a decent price. That's by far the way to go, is that Ultimate Charlotte. And, you know, I have the WrestleMania Basic Charlotte, which I love. It's over my shoulder here, right there. I have a couple of those. It's pretty cool because it simulates that WrestleMania, but the gold isn't really gold. It's like mustard yellow. And then the Elite in the blue with the robe is a cool Elite. But honestly, once you see the Ultimate Charlotte, like all the other ones won't look like Charlotte to you. So.
All right. So I have Milkomania Stephanie. And
Does she have running eye makeup? Is that her wet head?
No. So that would be this one.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not. I guess it is running a little bit. I never noticed that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like mascara running and stuff.
I wondered why she had a second head, but yeah, that's the whoop. Yep, that's the Stephanie McMahon.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Oh yeah.
Severe says the Ultimate Charlotte is sold out on Ringside. Look on Amazon. Let me look on Amazon for you because she might actually be on Amazon. But I ordered her on Ringside in a protector because it's such a beautiful figure and my daughter loves her so much. I didn't have one to display. So that's the centerpiece of my collection right now, is that Ultimate Charlotte. And it'll be that way for a while. All right, so Amazon, Ultimate Charlotte, $60. Ooh, boy. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other sites. You'll have to do some research, and I might do some research tonight. Battle Pack Sasha Banks.
We're gonna take a. Can you get Eddie Guerrero Legends series? Yep. 1 second. I will grab that.
Alec, I have to say, Alec, you know, I'm not a huge fan of Nia Jax in general, to be honest, but she has some of the best figures. You know, like I said in my Maurice history, like all of Nia's figures, her 2 basics and her Elite, they're home runs. And she has a battle pack figure too, actually. That's really good. That comes with Alexa Bliss. I don't have that battle pack. But yeah, she has some pretty freaking amazing figures. So if she gets new figures, you know, I'll obviously get them, but I'd rather see some other females get figures before she gets another, honestly.
So Domino's, here's the Eddie Guerrero from Legends. I actually really do like this figure. I love that blue, orange, and green flame on the side. You know, the soft goods shirt. Sizzle. And honestly, this is one of the best face scans out there. I mean, it 100% looks like Eddie Guerrero.
To be honest with you, that might be my favorite Legends figure.
You know, I can see why. They really did do a great job with it. Yeah.
Corey, you're lucky. Yeah, Stevia is telling him. Tell him, Stevia. All right, so this is... this goes down as one of my favorite Sasha figures just because the significance of this attire and the battle pack that came with Alexa Bliss. I believe this was the first women's match in Abu Dhabi, I think it was, and they made a battle pack simulating that. Looking back, you know, I got this before I started the channel. And I wish I would have got one to keep MOC just because that historical night I think would be so awesome to have MOC. So maybe down the road, I'll get the battle pack, but I love this purple attire. I think this is so awesome. And I love that bright pink hair. I mean, this is one of the standouts in my collection. I know it's easy to get. It's not like rare or anything, but in my opinion, this is one of those that if someone's looking at my collection, they'd be like, oh, what's that Sasha from? You know, it's like a conversation piece. And I adore this Sasha. This might actually be in my top 10 favorite figures. Not best figures, but my top 10 favorite ones. This might be up there just for the significance behind it and just how freaking much it pops and stands out. So I love it.
Yeah, it's very unique. I like it.
Iconic Sista, I have all the AJ Lee figures. I'll show you my favorite one, but I do have a history video on the channel. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and you check out that history of AJ Lee figures. But I'll grab the AJ behind me.
Alec is asking what my thoughts are on the stunning Steve Austin figure. I do like it. I think it's one of those that I kind of wish I would have gotten when I saw it on the pegs. I've only seen it maybe 3 times. If I come across it again, I'm kind of in the mindset of anything that fits into my little niche, I'll get. So I would probably get that one again. It is a cool figure.
Yeah, and yeah, I agree with that.
I remember when I was visiting you, your seller friend had one. I was tempted at that time, but I ended up getting Oldberg, and little did I know I'd find Oldberg everywhere after that. So,
hold on 1 second.
Corey, I would show Darby Allin. However, it's in the box, and the way the glare runs off of the screen, it's not going to be worth it. Nobody's really going to be able to see him. That's the one figure from that series that I'm keeping MOC. Go ahead, man.
Phoenix, I do have the Eve Torres figure. I don't know where it is. I think I showed it the last time we did grand opening.
Actually, hey, when you're done with this, you have the Darby Allin figure unboxed, don't you? Do you have it nearby?
I have it in my closet. I can grab it.
Well, that's all right. You don't have to run too far.
But here's the AJ Lee. Now, she doesn't come with this Divas title, but this was my favorite AJ Lee figure. A lot of people disagreed with me, and that's okay. Everyone has their opinions, but this to me is my favorite one. I think this looks the most like her. I think her Elite looks nothing like her in the face, honestly. And I think some of the weird smiling scans with the tiny head, I'm not a big fan of. So I like this. I believe this is Series 30. I really like this AJ Lee. And because it was my favorite, it won the place on my collection. Spiteful, I would not review the WWE Barbies. My daughter has some, but I wouldn't review them because I'm like a collector. I'm not like a Barbie collector. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. Everyone's got their own. I know some people collect those. That's cool. But I just don't collect those. All right. Someone asked something.
Melina Basic.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, God. Natty Neidhart is doing a straight up lean. She's doing the Bernie. She's about to fall over. Hold on.
Weekend of Bernie's over there.
Jesus, Natty. Oh, God.
Yeah. So what else do you guys got while he's getting that?
All right. So this is my Melina Basic figure. I added the fur boots to it, actually.
Oh, sorry. Hang on.
There has been a couple Melina figures that I've wanted to get. This is one of my first loose figures I got. And I got it and I was like, man, I need to make furry boots. So I just went to like Hobby Lobby and got some fur material. And I like how it turned out, actually. This might be fig photography for the night. I might do that. And honestly, if you look at the paint on this, you won't be able to tell on the camera, but I feel like the pink has kind of a shimmer to it. You just don't see that anymore.
That's right. You and your metallic paint.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Melina. I need to get the one in gold. I'm just a little disheartened with Melina, her figures, because a lot of the Jax ones aren't that great. And then the one comes with Ashley Massaro, so it's like impossible to get.
Mm-hmm. Parks Wolf wants to know who my favorite wrestler is. Everybody here knows my past favorite wrestler is Diamond Dallas Page. Won't go down that road again. But as far as active wrestler, probably right now I would say Darby Allin in AEW. I mean, I prefer the WWE product better than AEW, but Darby Allin's awesome. He's one of the shining stars over there. So
I agree with that. Yeah. He's awesome over there. He's one of the few reasons that I like to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ellsworth has an elite. I don't know. Stevia, where I'm going tomorrow at my flea market, he's had a loose Ellsworth elite. I'm thinking of getting it because think of all the fun we could have on the channel with that elite. You know what I mean? Like, I don't play Xbox. I do not.
Boo, Xbox.
Most underrated man and woman in WWE today. All right, I'll go first, Treasure. Is that okay?
Yep.
Most underrated man and woman. Okay, I don't know if I have a answer to this actually.
Maybe you shouldn't have said you'd go first then.
I know. Do you have one?
No. I might.
Single.
I got a couple in my head that I'm thinking about for the men's side and the women's side. I'm not 100% sure of, but I'll think of one. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, that's tough. There's so many underrated talents, honestly. But as far as the women go, I mean, I'll say this. I've been a big fan of Liv Morgan since when she first started till now. And I said this a million times on the podcast. Like, I really bond with these wrestlers when I watch them grow in the ring, right? And Liv Morgan has grown in the ring tremendously, and she's always adding to her moveset. And that's something very interesting to me that I like to see, because there are some wrestlers like Roman Reigns who have had the same move set, the same moves, do the same things every match, and it gets kind of old, but Liv Morgan's always switching it up. And I honestly think that she is super underrated, and I thought she was going to get a singles push when she was in that Lana storyline in Bobby Lashley, and that faltered. She went back to the Riot Squad, which is fine, but they're just not doing much for her. So I'm a big Liv supporter, and I would say Liv for sure is super underrated, but there are a lot of underrated women. And as far as underrated men, I mean, like I mentioned Tucker before, but he's not there anymore. So I would say someone like Montez Ford. He's in the Street Profits tag team, obviously, but I think as a solo star, I think he can go places, man. He's got the charisma, he's got the energy, the athleticism. He has the emotion. We've seen him happy, joking, we've seen him serious, and he can play it. You know, I think he's someone that, unfortunately, I think a year from now when they have releases next year, I think Dawkins is going to be a release. I hate to say that, but it's kind of been a pattern, right? I think Dawkins might get released, and then Montez hopefully will get a singles run. I think Dawkins is great too, but Montez Ford to me is a standout star that could be at the top, be a solo champion, and I could take him seriously, you know, and someone that's that comical and jokey that you can take seriously, that's when you know they're good.
Yeah. So for me, the underrated man wrestler that he's kind of getting a little bit of a push now lately would be Matt Riddle. I think I kind of want him to get an even more monster push. I think he's an awesome athlete. I mean, he was in UFC prior to here, you know, so he can wrestle, he can do all that stuff, and his bro character is hilarious. So, and as far as the women go, I kind of go back and forth. I think I'm landing more on Naomi. I think Naomi is very underutilized. Every time I've seen her wrestle, she's always on point. She doesn't, get nervous when she's wrestling. So, and plus I just love that glow, that glow gimmick.
Oh yeah. Has, no, so. It's so unique, honestly.
Yeah. Yep.
No, good. Those are good points. Stevia says Aleister Black for men. That's a good one.
And I could see that too. Yep.
Yeah. Cause he was a monster in NXT, like he was everything from his entrance to his matches. I mean, they were really, really awesome. I'd almost say underrated too is like Johnny Gargano. Because I know he's on NXT and he gets North American Championship stuff, but I can't help to think that if he was bigger, he would have been on the main roster winning the main title a long time ago. That's just what I can say.
Aaron, what is your favorite basic besides Liv Morgan?
117 Tony Storm. Without a doubt. I mean, I can sit here and think about other good basics, like the Lacey Evans basic from 119, I believe. Lacey Evans is a great basic. I have it right up here. I think that's an excellent basic, both versions. But that Tony Storm, I mean, hats off to Mattel, because that Tony Storm has the care, attention, and detail to it, and it's freaking awesome. So I'd say the Tony Storm comes in second, if not first. I might like that Tony more than that basic 110 Liv Morgan, honestly.
Alex says Undertaker is most underrated, along with John Cena. Did you mean to say overrated?
Yeah.
Oh.
But no, I don't see how they are underrated.
Yeah, no, they're definitely not underrated. I can make an argument that they're overrated, but they both did their own. They both were very key to WWE's success. I will say that.
Phoenix, yeah. Carmella's another one too. That's my new ringtone. Carmella's entrance song. But yeah, Carmella is great. And she's one of those like Liv that I watched Carmella when she started, her SmackDown reign, and then now, and she's progressed so much that I love her.
Yep.
I am excited for Eva Marie's return because I know she got a lot of bad flack. And, you know, me being a women's wrestling fan and not a fan of the Divas, you think I'd be like, I couldn't stand Eva Marie, but at the end of the day, I follow her on social media and she thinks like, you know, I think she really works her ass off and has gone through a lot. So I'm excited and hope she redeems herself. Overrated. Here we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is gonna cause something.
You go.
Go. Oh, come on, man. Oh, all right. Okay, so this is kind of a loaded question because it could be the people that I absolutely hate, but I can't deny that they've done I hate them because WWE's done a great job making me hate them. So are they really overrated? I don't know. So I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And you already know who I'm going to say. Roman Reigns. I think he's overrated. I'm sorry. I know he's a good wrestler. I know he's done a lot for WWE. I think he's overrated. He's boring.
Yeah, I mean,
just being quiet. I get it.
No, hey, everyone is entitled to their opinions. I think what he's doing right now is pretty tremendous. But as far as his matches go, I mean, he does a lot of the same stuff. Like, I'm going to throw a name that's going to get flack too, Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan is technically very good. He's a very good technical wrestler, but I just, every match he's in, I get bored because he does the same thing, the yes kicks, the corner stuff, you know, the strong style stuff. It's just the same thing, rinse and repeat every one of his matches. So Daniel Bryan like makes me fall asleep. Yeah, I think Seth Rollins is the best wrestler on the planet, but yeah, and I would say woman wise, I mean, I hate to call any women overrated because, you know, I try to find the good in all of them. Everyone knows I'm not a huge fan of Nia Jax, but I'm going to go with Brie Bella. And I say that because I feel like Nikki Bella that's an underrated talent. Honestly, I feel like Nikki has really made strides in her career and can be a pretty darn good in-ring performer as well as on the mic and be a good heel. And Brie Bella, to me, on the mic and in the ring, it just never clicked. I'm terrified if they come back as a tag team. I'd love to see Nikki back at some point. I really would, because I think she doesn't get the credit she deserves. But Brie Bella terrifies me every time she's in the ring or on the mic. So who do you think is an overrated woman?
Liv Morgan. I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, no.
You know, I would say Nia Jax, but because she can't wrestle. I mean, that's at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And look, it has nothing to do with her size, everybody. I mean, obviously she is a bigger woman, but it has nothing to do with that. You can look at Andre's a bad example because he could barely move, but you know, Yokozuna, before he was really, really overweight, you know, he can move faster than anybody else. There's plenty of big men. Look at Braun Strowman. He's almost 400 pounds. And what we saw him do at Backlash was phenomenal. So, I mean, weight is not the reason why I think she's like overrated. I just think they're pushing her way too hard, but she has none of the skills to back it up.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that even goes beyond the in-ring work, which she's not very good at. But even on the mic and stuff, like I said, I think they tried for a while to make her this menacing, like overpowering character, but the way she goes about it, she just comes off as a bully. You know, I think like overconfident. And like if she was like kind of insecure and whatever and all this, it's one thing, but when she's overconfident, and doing what she's doing. She comes off as a bully, and there's nothing that's more of a turnoff in 2021 as characters go.
And a lot of that could be just how they want her to push her gimmick, right?
Yeah,
So
it could be, but for a long time, you could tell that they were trying to push her as a menacing, like getting involved in the men's matches and stuff.
mhm,
Like that wasn't being pushed as a bully. I was trying to push her as like this monster, but whenever she'd speak, she just sounded like she's mean, like she's
yeah,
just a butthole.
yeah, yeah. Is the Miz underrated or overrated?
I say underrated.
I just say rated. I don't think he's overrated or underrated. I think he's right in the middle. He's where he needs to be. I think he's a very good wrestler and he's a good promo guy. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, and
they don't like utilize him a lot, but they utilize him enough. I think that's where I'm at.
it's a fine line when you have a heel that people hate. There's a fine line between saying, "Oh my god, I freaking hate him," or that is gag worthy. That is like rolling your eyes, like cringy. The Young Bucks right now to me are cringy.
Hmm.
The Miz, before he got injured, like his little title run and stuff, like that was like, what an a-hole, dude. Like, I don't know. He has some way to go about it that he does a pretty good job to get
Yeah.
people to hate him,
Before he got eaten by zombies. That's right. That's
Yeah,
why
they
he's
used his ACL as dental floss is what they
yeah.
did. It was not a good night for the Miz.
What do you say, man? Another 15 minutes of the Q&A?
That's perfect. Yeah, 10:30 will be our cutoff time. So let's see what we got here. So there's rumors about Eva Marie not going to wrestle, and we'll keep doing the evolution thingy. But do you think Eva will or will not wrestle? I'm not sure. Like I said, she's in tremendous shape. If anyone's followed her, I could see her training for a while. There's a lot of suspect videos that she's posted that makes it seem like, okay, what's she training for? So I wouldn't put it past her with her work ethic to think that she had been training and everything. And I hope she wrestles. Honestly, I hope she does. But
So
if she manages, I'd be cool with that too, depending on what she does. I hope it's for the women's division.
So, do you think WWE should do intergender matches again?
I don't think so.
What's your reason?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't want to talk too much on this because it's kind of a controversial topic, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's tough because you want equal opportunities and stuff, but there's something that just doesn't sit right with me. With like someone turning on a TV and having a man like powerbomb a woman, something about that. I don't know.
I see where you're coming from on that. I don't know. I think it's because at the end of the day, this is essentially just a show, right? A physical show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see a problem with it.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, because they're not really hurting each other, at least not on purpose. Obviously.
Oh, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong, dude.
So, if this was like a true sport where they were trying to hurt each other, absolutely not. Like, don't put them together because there's a reason they have like women's basketball versus women's and men's basketball split up, right? Because it's not fair at the end of the day. So I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Anyways,
yeah, but I mean, yeah, we'll move on. I'm gonna say though, like I could see Bianca Belair being the WWE champion, and nothing would make me more happy. So
hell yeah,
yeah, it's a very controversial topic, and I'm kind of in the middle. You know what I mean? But yeah,
yep.
I don't think Liv Morgan will be released. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but the thing is, like with how she's being utilized, it seems like she would be in line to get released if things don't change, but they have to. I mean, they have to see the ability in her, honestly. I mean, they just have to because like she's progressed so much. They did a freaking documentary on her, which you need to watch, Treasure, if you haven't. Live Forever, I think it's called. Yeah, it's great. It's on the network. Yeah. Live Forever. It's on the Peacock.
I definitely like Liv.
It's a really cool little documentary, but I mean, they have to know to an extent what they have with her. I don't see many holes in her persona, character, abilities. Whereas, like, even though I love the Iconics, as solo stars, you could kind of see the holes start to form. You know what I mean? I don't mean that in a disparaging way, but
here's what I would say. Like, obviously, Liv Morgan's awesome, and I think it's a shame that WWE is not using her more. So in a way, I would like to see her get released so she can go somewhere and be utilized to her full potential.
But where?
I think, truthfully, and I know you're going to
problem.
hate me when I say this, if she goes to like AEW, they need stronger women, well-known women's wrestlers in there more than they have already. They could utilize her there very well.
Yeah, but they won't.
You're
As long
telling
as
me
Cody, the Young Bucks, Omega, Moxley.
I know. They got to have the right
sucks.
mindset. Let's say in a perfect world they want to build up their women's wrestling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Liv goes over there. You'd turn to AEW to watch Liv wrestle, wouldn't you?
You know, you're right.
So, and I know
that'd be
pretty
a
much
great
everybody
move.
here would too.
Yeah, and that'd be a great move on their part. And you're right, dude. And there's rumors. I mean, you might be spot on Nostradamusing it, because there's rumors that the Iconics, obviously they won't be the Iconics, but there's rumors they might show up at this Sunday's pay-per-view. You know what I mean? So they might be doing something, and that's what they need. Is they need to build some fire, because right now I kind of feel bad for Sheeta, because I've said it. They haven't done much with her title reign. I don't think a lot of that is Sheeta's fault. I know it's not Sheeta's fault, but everyone is starting to say if Britt loses, we riot. And I'm like, I'm kind of rooting for Sheeta now.
Well,
that sounds bad, but
they have. I mean, what they have: Sheeta, they have Britt Baker. Who else?
Nyla
Rose, yeah.
Tay Conti.
Yeah.
But they don't have, like what you're saying, they don't have household names.
Yeah, they don't have.
So you're right. They
don't have enough talent there to really build something. So I almost want people like Liv and them to get released from WWE, where they're currently not using, because they have such great stars like Charlotte, Asuka. You know, they're overshadowing these younger talents that are awesome. Put them in AEW, build up that women's division. If
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. And like, it's hard to say that's like a risk, but it might be a risk worth taking, because, you know, like I said, I have a feeling as long as all those guys I mentioned before in AEW, the women are always going to be on the bottom of the show. You know, they're always not going to get pushed and whatnot. They have no confidence in their division, but maybe it takes a woman like that to come over.
Agreed.
So you might be right.
Here's a comment that you're really going to like.
I want Bayley to be champion, which sounds weird, but I would prefer to be a champion more than Bianca. Here's the thing. I love Bayley so much. Bayley's my spirit person. Okay. She's my soulmate. I love Bianca as well. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's like 50-50 for me, because I really do love Bayley, but I think Bianca's great. And I think she's doing a great job. And like, who's a more lovable champion, you know, that we've seen in the women's division in a while since Becky? You know, like, I don't know. I like Bianca. As far as Ripley goes, you know, I like Ripley a lot, but I think her reign right now, it's, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of how it's going for Ripley, so I'd rather see someone take her title than Bianca lose hers right now. We'll see though. We'll see. But yeah, I love Bianca, but everyone knows that Bayley's like up there in my 4 horsewomen. No. I don't know how to say this, man. Vicky, like, you know, I do have a Vicky Guerrero figure, and I like to do women's wrestling figures, right? So like, I don't have any Sunny figures. And if you think about it, Sunny wasn't a wrestler. She was a manager. Sable was a manager, but she did wrestle. It kind of gets, you know, eventually I'd like to get a Sunny figure. Maybe it represents women in wrestling. And I do have Miss Elizabeth, and you could say that, well, she doesn't wrestle, and that's true. But her overall presence was so groundbreaking at the time. You know what I mean? So Vicky Guerrero, I think she's had some cool figures. She's had some duds, and eventually I'd like to get them all. But I can't see myself doing a history of Vicky Guerrero figures, honestly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. I have a package that shipped.
Won't be here till Wednesday. Yeah. So we got about 8 more minutes. What's everybody else? What's anybody got any other questions to start us on the huge topic?
What else?
Play with Big Van Vader's entrance attire.
The Mastodon. What other questions do y'all have before we head out? So, okay, I have a question for you, Trudge. What's your favorite figure that you unboxed tonight? The one that you look at and you're just like, wow.
Weasel Suit Bobby Heenan. No, I mean, It's got to be Vader. He's the most toyetic one out of them all, right? Yeah, I would say Vader. What about you?
I would probably say King Corbin, but since it's women's wrestling here, I would say that Eva Marie in the black. I'm blown away by it. It's actually a lot better. Something with the black and the red stands out. The green and the red, it just does not look good.
Yeah.
To me, that green, but I really like that. So this Vicky Guerrero, it actually looks just like her. It's actually got a necklace that says Cougar. It's kind of funny. However, she has a shirt that has extra padding molded to simulate her being a little bigger. That's kind of weird. But this Vicky's awesome. This Vicky is awesome. But yeah, I actually, Treasure, I should take a picture and send it to you. I will once the final 2 Sable figures, once they arrive to me. I can't wait to show y'all the picture because that's going to be a really exciting video. The history of Sable is going to be a summer project here. We're going to find ways to make it fun and exciting and big production. So, oh, Fabby, we don't have Surge.
Yeah, we did this week. Yeah.
I am working all weekend on the intro for the Bailey figure, even though I'm going to have bad anxiety because anyone that doesn't live in the U.S. is going to be getting it way before me. And even those in the U.S. will probably get it way before me. But I'm still excited, and at least I have all weekend to film the review. So that'll be the next review on the channel for sure. Will be Basic 121 Bailey. So I'm really putting a lot of effort into the intro. So I hope y'all give it some love and check it out. And Corey, yeah, we plan on keeping this up on the channel. Yeah, Maurice Basic Series. That was my favorite Maurice figure. All right, let me see if I can stand.
I think you've answered this one before, but Alec wants to know if there's any dream figures that you have.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think my number one figure that people could probably answer, is Jacqueline Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Jacqueline Moore Elite. I'd love that so much. Obviously like Gail Kim, Jazz. I think a Sable Elite would be cool, actually. That'll never happen because all the issues with her and Vince McMahon and the lawsuit and all that. So I don't think that'll ever happen, but that'd be cool. Mm-hmm. Who else?
I think I'll answer mine while you're thinking.
Yeah.
You know, I could say DDP like I always do, but there's plenty of those. I think the figure I want to see is like a retro throwback to Glacier. I think that would be a sweet figure.
How did WCW never have a Glacier figure?
I don't understand that. He's very toyetic. He's had that Mortal Kombat-esque mask and stuff.
Yeah, and they put so much money into him.
Absolutely.
And yeah, that's a weird thing, dude. And honestly, I think he might. Obviously, he's still wrestling.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When Sting returned, people were thinking it was going to be Glacier because he's been on AEW, I think, in and out. So, like, they could make a Glacier figure and people would buy the heck out of it.
All right, so let's end the stream with a little bit of a history lesson there, Marion. You wanna start it off?
Yes. So the Treasure and I have known each other all the way since kindergarten. We went to kindergarten together, which makes it seem so bizarre because like I went to my daughter's kindergarten graduation. I was thinking like me and Nick at one point were there, you know, that's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we met in kindergarten and we've been friends pretty much ever since.
Oh yeah. Ever since he was born with the mask on and everything.
Yeah, that's right. He's never seen my face, just like you guys. Anyhow.
Oh yeah, social media. Can you follow? So Lester Borja, make sure you subscribe to this channel, LumberJillville Wrestling Figures, on Instagram. You can find me at LumberJillville on Instagram.
That's right. And then if you can get through the cobwebs, you can find me on Instagram.
Hey, now that you opened them, you need to post some pics for Shizzle. Especially, dude, if I had that Vader and I had a men's channel like you, I'd be getting my smoke machine, setting off fire alarms. I'd be doing all that.
Well, yeah. So, anyways, but you can find me LJV_treasurer on Instagram. And don't forget, we have a podcast that comes up. It drops every Wednesday at 6 a.m. Eastern time. And we record it typically on Sundays or Mondays. So if you ever have any emails and stuff that you want to send in, questions that you want us to answer, we'll be happy to do it. Just send those to ljvcast@gmail.com.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Hope you enjoyed the Grand Openings episode 2.
And we're hoping you guys like this. We're going to keep doing things like this, I think, to move forward too. So,
yeah, give us some feedback and comments on it.
all right. Hope everyone has a good night.
All right, good night, y'all.